What makes you so curious about my relationship with him? Because I remember him saying you came to supper on the night I was gone. You must have heard wrong then. Our first introduction was on the evening of the Masons' annual Christmas party honoring Mr. Gray as Man of the Year. You were there. I saw you. Couldn't be me, sir. I was dead, sick, with my head buried in a puck bucket. I kept telling myself to quit eating pork, but I don't listen too well. No, sir. The fattier and greasier, the better is more to my liking. It must have been another blackie you got me confused with. Most folks figure old black shoes look the same from a distance, don't they? I distinctly remember you standing on the front porch, greeting with the guests. How can I trust anything you're saying if you can't recall this simple truth? I don't understand why we're crossing roads, sir, but I give you my word. There's nothing to be gained by calling you a liar. If I sense any further indifference to the truth from what you're saying, I'll dismiss myself. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. What became of Mr. Gray and the Colonel on that night? They were in the servants' room, and I heard them laughing and talking, but I never saw their faces. Didn't you find the unacceptable behavior and had the mind to inform Mr. Gray about it? It's Mrs. Tiffany's business, and I just do the listening, but never the telling. Mr. Gray was licked up and swinging a loaded pistol. No, sir, I didn't want anyone getting hurt over a misunderstanding. Adultery is no simple matter. From what I see, where I stood, Mr. Gray was causing the biggest ruckus, and I was afraid for Mrs. Tiffany. Fair enough. What became of Mr. Holmes in the parlor? As I was saying, Mr. Gray was pointing his pistol at him, waiting for him to squeeze his trigger. The lights slowly dim while Thornton continues speaking. After Mr. Holmes pulls that trigger, his body is shaking like a chicken in a henhouse. he knows it ain't over 'cause Mr. Gray's got two more questions to ask. They stood there glaring at each other like two possums swinging on a thin branch. Thornton laughs as the dimming lights go to black. The lights rise on the parlor with the two men facing one another. Are you enjoying your game, Mr. Holmes? Go to hell. I'm well acquainted with fear. Have you ever dangled between the chasm of life and death? No. I was in the open field at Gettysburg, bathed in the blood of my fallen comrades in arms. There were thick clouds of gunpowder in the air, burning my lungs with every breath. Sheer terror coiled around me as I saw arms and legs turning into red plumes of vapor, showering down on me like a gentle morning mist. The war's over. It's never for me, sir. Our nation may have moved on, but I stand firm. The flag of Dixie waves in my heart and will never be surrendered. They stole our way of life, forcing us to kneel when we were proud men standing. And our pride, sir, can never be taken away. What pride, sir? Why, this is only a morbid charade. You look weary, but you're in luck, Mr. Holmes, for your pistol chamber is empty. Mr. Gray takes the pistol from him, tips it upward, and begins slowly pulling the trigger. Did you seriously believe I would murder my very own picture director? We have a film to shoot, sir. There's nothing to fear here. As the lights abruptly go black, a gunshot is heard. In the dark, Thornton's laughter is heard as the lights slowly rise. Yes, sir. Mr. Holmes darn near jumped out of his pants. He was so scared. Most folks know what a prankster Mr. Gray was. Poor Mr. Holmes didn't say nothing, but grabs his hat and coat and walks out of that parlor like a tornado hit him. Mr. Gray sent him a formal apology the next morning, promising him a bigger contract. Yes, sir. Mr. Gray was one big prankster. He never showed this side of himself to me. That's 'cause he liked you. He only acted that way to folks he had trouble trusting. How did the evening end? Mr. Gray finished his drink and stumbled up to bed. He wasn't curious about Mrs. Gray's whereabouts. He never mentioned anything about it. I figured he was too liquored up to remember anything. What became of her that night? After Mr. Gray settled to bed, they came out of the servants' room into the parlor. What time was it? Most of the guests started leaving an hour before midnight, and Mr. Gray's game of roulette ended at 1:15. It must have been pushing 1:15 when Mrs. Tiffany entered the parlor. Where were you? I was in my room down the hall from the servants' quarter. I kept my door cracked a bit so I could hear what's going on around the house. That's a long-time habit of mine, to be the last one sleeping. What then? I heard them walking like a couple of kids, late for church. Were they saying anything? A child's whisper can be heard from here. If you're wanting to keep a secret, you don't want to be sharing it in the parlor. No, sir. The walls got ears in there. Then what happened? I think I'd be intruding her privacy if I go on talking. She's not on trial, but you are. Tell me what you know, Thornton. I don't want to be betraying her trust, sir. You have my word. I'll keep what you say in strict confidence. Now go on. Well, sir, when I didn't hear their voices, I figured I'd best get up and see what's going on in there. What did you see? They were standing next to the fireplace. I felt bad hiding like a peeping Tom in the hallway, but I didn't know what kind of a man the colonel was, so I figured to stick around a while. A second there, I thought for sure they'd heard me breathing, so I held my breath until I nearly passed out. I was hoping and praying Mr. Gray didn't wake up, 'cause Mrs. Tiffany would have been in a heap of trouble. What happened next? I tried to look, but my eyes just had their own mind. Yes, sir. I felt like a cornered fox in a hen house with no back door.